My name's Jen Giroux, and I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty, and this is episode number 19 of Stow Place Like Home, where we talk with individuals, groups, and small businesses in and around our community. And earlier this week, I met with Viki Carter, the owner of Amerscot House Inn Bed and Breakfast. That's actually right down the street from me.
Hey Viki, what you'd like, so this is your first experience when you bought this in 2008?
Of having a bed and
Of
breakfast?
having a bed and breakfast.
Yes, but it's something I always thought I'd do in sort of semi-retirement. I don't know why, I like being hospitable, I like having people in my home, and I'd always thought that one day when everything was aligned, I would find somewhere to run as a B&B. And so everything aligned, and I found this.
Wow.
And we've been here just over 12 years.
And what do you like the most about it?
The people.
Yeah.
You have to like people. But I love it all. And I tell you what was surprising is I'm a lawyer in real life, and I've always been an employed person. I never was one of those people that wanted desperately to be self-employed. I know some people do, but it never occurred to me. But I tell you, it hit me. I love having my own business.
Yes.
There is something really lovely.
Yes.
Freedom, just the fact that what you do counts all the time, and it's all down to you. I just love it. So I can't tell you, all I can tell you is that the happiest I've ever been doing this. I love it, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's beautiful. I agree. Owning your own business is very freeing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and you have ideas that you can run with,
Right.
And
yeah.
you don't have to
work
run
and
them by
things don't work, and and the only person you've got to beat up about it is yourself.
Right, which is sometimes difficult.
You learn.
Right, and so do you like to cook?
I do. I mean, I'm not a great cook, but I'm a dab hand at breakfast. My mother would have a fit. She always thought I was the daughter that couldn't cook to save her life. So she'd have a fit if she was still alive and could see us. But actually, it's just breakfast,
Right.
As long as you can cook an egg in a million different ways, as long as you can bake, as long as you can keep having fresh ideas about how to do fruit and all this sort of thing.
Right.
It's not rocket science.
Well, your reviews are excellent for your breakfasts.
Well, I always say to people, if you're going to do bed and breakfasts, you can give away as many free glasses of wine as you like, but unless you give them a decent night's sleep and a decent breakfast, you may as well not be in business.
Oh, wow.
So it's all about the quality of the beds, the quality of the sheets, the quality of the night's sleep, and the breakfasts. Everything else is great, but you still got to get the basics right.
Right. And you have a lot of repeat.
Lots of repeats.
So what do they do when they come here? Why do they come to your bed and breakfast?
Interestingly, not what I was expecting, but I would say about 45% of the people who come here are the friends and relatives of people who live in the area. We have grandparents, parents-in-laws, aunts, uncles, that sort of thing. They're what my husband calls annuities, because once they've found us, they come back for every bar mitzvah, every christening, every recital. But there are people who come to see their family and say things to me like, we're too old to share a bedroom with 3 teenage girls, a bathroom with 3 teenage girls, We'd rather have our own place. So they come here, they have a lovely room, they're all ensuite bathrooms, they have a good breakfast, then off they go and see the family. So I'd say about 45% are that, the friends and relatives of people who live here. We get a lot of tourists. This area of New England's on people's bucket list, particularly people from Europe, and of course they're not coming now, and people from Australia. We get a lot of Australians at a certain time of year.
That's very surprising. They come in the fall?
Yeah, they come in the fall. It's on their bucket list. So we have a lot of people out there. We have a fair number of business people. Those in the town, the people there come to see us, come and stay with us. We also have, again surprising to me and increasingly popular, are young couples from the cities usually. Boston, they come out for the weekend. They want to get away, they don't want to go a million miles.
Right.
And they come out for a nice romantic weekend. There are nice things to do around here. There's places to visit, there are lovely restaurants, and they want a romantic inn to stay in. So we get a lot of that. And also young couples with young children who get babysitting for the weekend from mum or dad or whatever, and then want to come away, and again, they don't want to go too far, just in case.
Yes.
So they can be quite local, and we're their little getaway.
And how do they find out about you?
Online, almost certainly.
Yes.
Nowadays, that's how people find everything.
Right.
So online, I have a website, I do online bookings, I'm also with booking.com and places like that. So they've only got to Google this area looking for accommodation, and I'll pop up. So yeah, we normally, I mean not now because of the coronavirus, but normally we're pretty well full between, I'd say, mid-April and Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It's quieter for December, January, February, March, but we usually travel then anyhow and go away for quite a bit. We have family all over the world, so we go and see them. And it's a good time to get away from New England.
Yes, it is. That is true.
Particularly when you have kids in New Zealand, so that's a good place to go.
Really?
That's summer,
that's quite a flight.
Yeah, I'm used to it now. But you just take it easy, slow down. Like going to semi-hibernation, you just slow down your metabolism and go with the flow.
That's wonderful.
You wake up the next day and you're in New Zealand or Australia.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So thank you for taking the time today. It was lovely to meet you.
Very welcome. I should say one other thing is I do get a surprising number of people sent to me from realtors, people looking for homes in the area and needing somewhere to stay while they're doing it. And we've had lots like that. And people who are now living in Stow.
So you just get to know the area?
Yeah, if they're moving in from elsewhere and they need somewhere to stay for a few days while they're looking at, possible places.
That's a great idea.
I have the various people who live in Stow today who stayed with me while they were house
Oh,
hunting.
isn't that nice?
Yeah, which is lovely.
I love that. Well, I will start recommending people to
If you
stay
have
here.
people who need to stay here, let them know.
Yes, I sure will. Thank you, Viki.
You're welcome.